EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Being chased out left. This one caught by Kittle. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And some room to run now. Past the 20. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 9.
47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Lance now on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance
gets this one to Juszczyk. And out of bounds right around the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
So the false start will back them up 5.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Dances by him. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Mixon with a first down carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mixon will try the right side. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. So he needed one. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mixon with a first down and more. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Handoff to Mixon. And some room to maneuver. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
McPherson now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Lance now on first down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it. That's because I believe in you guys.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Mixon on the toss right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
As the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Lance looking to throw it.
On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 47. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Flush to his right.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Here's Mostert.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
The Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Dante Hightower on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On first down, Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Wow, 204 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Mixon. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Lance. That's swung out to Mostert. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll go for it. Lance. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give to Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go.
A draw play for Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Dancing to his left. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play there for the Niners. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Now Lance.
Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On 2nd and goal. Lance escaping the pressure right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fake it. It's caught at the 5. And he's across for 2 points. A gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
223 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Powers by at the 40. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. A big pickup there on the run.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the the 29.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go. Right, 80.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.